Hello, welcome to We Buy Any Motor Car, and today we have got 10 reasons why the Ford Nugget might not be for you. First of all is the upholstery. It just looks very, very basic for a van that's over £60,000. Next up is the interior. It's just a bit cheap. Everywhere you look, it's cheap plastic. For something that's a little bit more expensive than the Marco Polo, that's what you'll achieve price-wise, it just doesn't hit that spot. Next point to mention, there's no USB or USBC points anywhere. Sometimes you get them on the back of the lights, but there's nothing like that at all. You do have the option of the 12 volt, but you could just do with something around. Next up is the tailgate. It's push only. There is no electric tailgate option. That sounds a little bit cheap, by the way. So next up, you've got this on the roof when you're pushing up. It is white and it is very easy to get dirty. When you're pushing up, you've got to have perfectly clean hands to deal with it. So next of all is this pop-up bed. It's manual. It's not like the Marco Polo or the California. It is 100% manual. So if you're a little bit short or a little bit not so strong, by the way, that comes out really harsh. I've hit my head twice doing that. It's just quite heavy. It's quite uncomfortable to do. And the problem is with the speed it comes down, this will get caught around the outside. And for the saying it's the same price as Marco Polo and the California, it's just not a good option to have. And this does go for the same for pushing up. You've got to have some strength to get those gas struts working. Again, it's just hard work along with this bed at the front. When it is bedtime, there's a couple of things I just want to show you. First of all, there's a couple of catches. It's not got strong enough struts to be able to keep the bed in place. And when it is down, you've got to get up. Now, here's your first 3 steps, but the thing I don't like is you're going to really have to be using and standing on the kitchen workspace just to get in bed. It's just not the most hygienic. Now, the biggest one for me, I love the beach. So, what I do like about your traditional layout of camper van is you've got plenty of room to get changed. You just have not got that room in here. You've got a little bit of room in here. If you want to get a wetsuit on and off, you can't do it here. And I'm going to be honest, with this part here, you're going to struggle in the back as well. There's just not really much space compared to when you're in a traditional camper like the Marco Polo or the California. So next for me, having driven one of these for a long time now, it's just a little bit bouncy. It just doesn't drive quite as well as like the Marco Polo, for example. The Marco Polo drives like a car. It's so quiet in there, it's incredible compared to something like this. The 6-speed gearbox is a bit jerky at times. It just needs to improve a little bit on that aspect, but it is a Ford Transit, the one that's been outselling everything for years and years and years as a van. Next up, it's just a little bit thirsty. I mean, this is over 1,500 miles in, and it's averaging 29.3 to the gallon. It is a 2-litre diesel. It's just not quite good enough. You could do with it being around the 40 miles to the gallon mark. So overall, it's not a bad option. I absolutely love that rear kitchen, but there's just a few bits that let it down. If you haven't seen them already and you want to see 10 points of why you should buy this, click on the video below.